Hi everybody, this is Sizzle. Welcome to Abundance and Mindset. Today I have a fun recipe for you today. If you've never tuned into my channel before, Abundance and Mindset, we offer you tips, tricks, and hacks to help you reprogram your mindset to help you reach your goals and your dreams. So for me, I always like to approach things from the inside out. So I'd like to bring you a fun recipe today to help you cope with maybe holiday blues or just, anxiety around this time of year. Many people feel anxiety, and especially now with COVID, we're not really able to gather and meet with our friends and families as we normally do. So this fun recipe will give you the opportunity to kind of relax and do something different, take your mind off of your stresses and anxiety. And so join me, and we'll get the recipe going. Okay, everybody. So we've got your butter and sugar nicely blended in here. You want to pause at intervals and just scrape the side of the bowl so that you get all that nice butter in there. Again, this is our abundant, motivating pound cake. So call it whatever you want, but the action and act of actually making the cake kind of takes your mind off of everything else. So let's keep blending. All right, that looks good. So in the meantime, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and we are going to add our eggs in one at a time. We have 6 eggs, so you want to add them in one at a time and just let that beat. So in the meantime, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract to the milk. We have 1 cup of milk. So add that to our milk and just stir it up a little bit. And that can sit. In the meantime, let's get that egg blended. So we'll stop the mixer and get another egg. About the egg, and we'll clean it up. Alright, so we add our egg. Get it nice and blended. So we should have our flour ready, 3 cups of flour. And I've already sifted and adding our 2 tablespoons of baking powder. You want to kind of blend up the baking powder with the flour, get it nicely blended. So we can keep adding our eggs one at a time. Nice and blended. 3 eggs down, 3 to go. So what's everybody doing today? Christmas Eve, holidays. Alright, so we want to keep scraping the side of the bowl so that we get all that batter in the middle. Back in the days when we were younger, we used to fight amongst each other to get the bowl and this scraper and just kind of lick all that batter. If you got the ingredients, you can make this with me while we're doing it. pretty easy. So get those eggs lifted. And scrape the sides. Egg number 5. Looking good, y'all. Alright, so we're going to add our last egg. Alright, get that nice and mixed. Now we're going to scrape the sides. So you need to add your salt to, just have your salt ready. The first thing we're going to add next is half of the flour, and then we'll do half of the milk and the salt, so we'll alternate, finishing off with the milk. Scrape the sides. See, that's looking good. That dough is kind of loose, falling right off. Smells so good. Alright, so we're going to scrape. Okay, so we can start adding the flour. You can turn it off so the flour doesn't like. So you can use about half the flour, get half of that in. And then we're gonna mix that baby up. Start slow on the mixer and then you can speed it up. Alright, so you can add your pinch of salt to the flour and get it kind of mixed in. Bajan salt, all the same thing, but just a container. So you can add a pinch of salt, or like a, half a teaspoon. You don't want to overbeat it because then the cake won't be moisturized. So we're gonna add half of the milk with vanilla. Okay. Blend. So half the milk that's mixed already with the vanilla, you can start the mixer slowly. In the meantime, you can spray and get your pans ready, so you can grease your pans and flour them lightly. Just toss some flour in there. I like to put a little flour and shake it around. Add the rest of the flour. Alright, let's get this baby mixing. And so what I'm actually going to add to my pound cake is some dried fruit. You can leave it plain, or you can add fruit, cherries, raisins. So apparently the secret to keeping your fruit mixed in the cake and not have it sink to the bottom is to flour your fruit. So I have a bowl of flour and some fruit. So I'm just gonna coat my fruit with some flour to help it kind of stay consistent throughout the cake so it doesn't just sink to the bottom. Sometimes it just sinks anyway, but I'm gonna get it nice and coated with flour. So we're gonna fold it into the mixture when we're finished. I don't want too much fruit because I don't want it to become a fruit cake. And if you really want to have fun with it, you can soak your fruit in rum and for a few hours or overnight. Then flour it and put it into your pound cake. So see, this is nicely floured fruit. Alright, so that is ready. So we're going to add our last bit of milk. Let's just scrape the sides and then we're going to add some milk. The last set of milk and we're good to go. So anybody else baking today? Write in the comments, and when I'm finished this cake, I'm going to leave the recipe in the description below. And as always, I'll provide you with this amazing meditation script called the Genie Script. It's a chance for you to, go into the new year with a new mindset, get all the things you want, your hopes and your dreams, but you have to again start from the inside out, change your thinking, and you will see things start to happen for you. So the link to the Genie Script is below. Do remember to click on the like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will continue to bring you content as often as possible. So we're almost finished here. We're going to mix in the fruit, and then we're going to toss these babies in the oven. It's looking good. One last scrape along the sides. Let's get all that goodness in there. Alright, nice and creamy, buttery pound cake. So I can't wait to taste this. It's going to be so good. So let's get our fruit ready to just kind of blend it in, and then we're going to pour it into our pans. Pans just in case I have extra batter. And so let's go. It's looking good. Looking good. Our pan is ready. I don't know why Barbados they call it pudding, but I guess everybody has a name for something. So you're experiencing a recipe straight from the islands. Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to just bake and do things and take your mind off of your worries and anxiety? It does feel good. Alright, so this looks ready. See, once the dough is, like this, kind of falling off the mixer, you are in good shape. Alright, so I'm going to take this off. Get all of that good stuff off of there. So, look at that batter, it's delicious. Alright, so we're just going to fold in, we're going to throw some of this fruit in here, just fold it in a little bit, mix it in, and that's it. So again, the recipe is listed below in the description. If you have any questions about it, let me know, but this is an amazing recipe that you and your family will enjoy. So the oven is already set at 350, so we're gonna pour this in and let it bake for 45 minutes. So let's get it in the pan. Pan number 1. I'll just kind of fill it sort of halfway so it doesn't spill out of the pan. Get it nice and even around there. That's good. So we're going to get this batter in for cake pan number 2. Alright, so that's all set. We're going to toss it in the oven and we'll be back in 45 minutes for the finished result. It's going to be delicious. Stay tuned. Okay everybody, so here is the finished product. This is the pound cake. Look how delicious and brown and perfect that is. You can see the fruit. Some of the fruit didn't sink to the bottom, so it is absolutely perfect. You want to make sure that these cool completely, at least an hour. I know they smell so good and you probably can't help yourself, but let them cool before you cut it, otherwise it'll crumble. So I have the first one here that I took out because it was a smaller pan and I couldn't wait. So anyway, I'm gonna cut a piece so that you can see what it looks like. And this is, take a look, it's absolutely perfect. And it is so moist, absolutely moist. And let's take a piece. So good. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Click on the like, subscribe, and share my channel. And I'll promise to bring you more content. But this amazing pound cake is an absolute must. It is pound cake for the soul. So enjoy, everybody. Have a great holiday.